Right now, Erie County, as you just saw with the radar, is being hit hard with lake effect snow when you're in the band of lake effect snow. But that driving ban is still in effect for the majority of Erie County. But it has been lifted for just a few towns in the southernmost parts of the county. We're talking about Colden, Collins, Concord, Holland, North Collins, and Sardinia. Those towns are no longer under the travel ban.
Yeah, so some changes this morning, and joining us live on the phone this morning is County Executive Mark Poloncarz. And Mr. County Executive, I know it's a busy morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Pete.
All right, now tell us about, I know you've been in constant communication with the state and the governor's office. What's the latest word as far as changes to the travel ban?
Well, as you just announced, as Melissa said, we did lift it in consultation with the state. I was talking to the governor this morning as well as high-level commissioners for the extreme southeastern towns of Erie County due to the fact that we don't anticipate them to get much more snow today, but we do anticipate getting a foot to 18 inches in the Buffalo metro area, including the area that includes Orchard Park, Hamburg, West Seneca, Lancaster, of course, the city. So that travel ban is still in effect. If you're in the snow band, it's pretty bad. I think what people are seeing is that the snow band is so narrow that when it moves out of their area, they go, oh, things are fine. But the problem is, as you noted, and Kevin noted, it started and was in North Niagara County for much of the night, but now it's moved back in Erie County, and it's hitting really hard. So we're anticipating snowfall rates of up to 2 inches an hour, and with those winds, it is creating whiteout and blizzard-like conditions. So the travel ban for the rest of the county is still in effect, and we'll revisit it later this afternoon. But we do anticipate the morning and early afternoon hours to be pretty hairy out there, especially if you are in the snow band, to the effect that driving is just too hazardous.
Now, as far as plowing and salting the roads, how have your crews been doing with staying on top of the roads out across Erie County?
Plowing has gone very well. The one advantage of having the ban move into Niagara County for most of the overnight hours is it allowed our crews to get out there and clean up. A good portions of the county are down to bare pavement. I live in the city, and the city was in bare pavement until the ban came back into the area. I know that our Department of Public Works crews have had a full complement of plows out all night. The other issue that's a concern, of course, is drifting snow. So while it may not be snowing in an area, that doesn't mean that you may not see drifting. So if a plow passed 2 hours before, which is often the case in some of our southern plow routes, it can take up to 3 hours to plow a route. It's not uncommon for there to be drifting, so we recommend people drive carefully. There's still a travel advisory in effect for the counties or the towns where the ban was lifted, and you don't want to be like cresting a hill and then find 6 inches of snowdrift on the road that otherwise had been plowed. So just be careful out there if you are in the areas where the ban had been lifted, and if you are in the areas where the ban is still in effect, it's no driving. And we remind everybody who may be in those communities that where the ban was lifted, you cannot drive into the area where the ban is still in effect. We don't want you going into an area where it seems like it's fine, but then you hit a wall of snow. No. And that wall was pretty impressive last night when I left our operations center at midnight. It was this giant wall of snow that you could see was moving across the county. And I got home a little after midnight, just before it hit where I live.
Now, we know that the Bills game has been moved to tomorrow at 4:30. The Bills are asking for help from the public with shoveling, but under this ban, no one can go to Highmark Stadium to go help shovel out the Bills right now. County Executive, tell us what your role was in helping to decide whether to keep the game in town, to move it, and what your thoughts are about getting people out there to shovel and prepare for this game tomorrow.
Well, the driving ban is in effect in Orchard Park and will be through at least early afternoon. We'll revisit it early afternoon. So you can't go out there. If you happen to live nearby and you want to walk to the stadium, I guess you could do that, but you can't drive. And yes, I was actively involved with the governor and the Bills and NFL leaders with regards to the decision. It comes down to this. This was not about the football game per se, because the teams probably could play in the bad conditions. The issue is getting 70,000 people to and from the stadium when we're expecting snowfall rates at 2 inches an hour with whiteout conditions. it was a safety issue. As we all know, if you get a lot of vehicles on the road, and all it takes is one vehicle to get stuck, and then you can have hundreds of cars stuck behind it. Well, think about it when you have thousands of cars intimately or trying to get in a short period, trying to get to the stadium or get out of the stadium after the game ends.
Yeah, a lot of them.
So we were very cognizant of this, starting on Thursday, Wednesday, and we knew we were going to have bad weather, and we were concerned about the football game. Conversations were started on Thursday and Friday, and they really resulted in the decision that was done yesterday, which I think was the correct decision, which was just to push the game back one day so that we still are here in Buffalo. Our fans can enjoy the game, hopefully root the team on to victory, but it's not going to be in a situation where we're worried about pulling people out of ditches or it's a life-threatening situation if people get stuck and we can't get traffic moving for miles on end.
Yeah, and a lot of those fans coming in from the out of the area and are maybe unfamiliar with lake effect snow and the driving conditions or just getting lost in the snow. But thank you very much, Erie County Executive Mark Poloncarz. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Good day, and hope everyone is safe out there.
Yeah. We'll check back in with you, I'm sure, throughout the day to find out more about the travel ban and other issues with road closures and plowing and the way that the county is dealing with the storm as it continues to move throughout western New York. Thank you.